This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, that was a tough one. Actually, better yet, let's say that was a brutal one. Brutal one. I mean, no words. Brutal, tough, whatever word is not good enough to describe that loss tonight. The Rangers rally to tie the game with clutch home runs in the 8th and the 9th to force extra innings. And then they take the lead in the 11th on the big hit by Elbombi, only to blow it in the bottom of the 11th and fall to the Astros by the final of 5-4. Yeah, just that was a roller coaster into a brick wall. Watching that game go up and down in the end, and then only to, like I said, end it the way that they did. I don't know. I hope it's one game. I hope the Rangers bounce back tomorrow and win the series. But that was considering how bad the first half of the season has been and how hard this team has fought to turn around. They get, again, right on the verge of getting back to 500. The offense rallies, and they blow the lead in the 11th. You can't do that. You got to win that game. I mean, you have to win that game to tie Hader and then take the lead in the 11th on the road. You got to win that game, and they didn't get it done. Hopefully it's one game, and they bounce back tomorrow. But clearly, this team, this roster right now, as it is constructed, Chris Young may have been kind of on the fence. I hope this road trip has made clear to him that they need help. They need reinforcements. They need some upgrades, and they need to try to get some help and some better players in, because they're good and they're getting better and they're getting close to 500. But I mean, if you want to be legit and really say, okay, you got two studs at the top of your rotation. If you really want to say, okay, we're going to really try to win this thing, then you need to go out and make some moves. This team, as is, they'll play better and they may make a run, but they've got some issues now. And so anyway, all right, let's get to it. I know a lot of you have been waiting and want to sound off. So here we go.
This is what you'll be talking about.
I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. Again, I thought another good start for the Rangers was going to lead to a big win tonight. Love the way the game started. Again, we've spent a lot of shows talking about playing with fight and with passion. And, I thought right out of the gate, I mean, Sam Haggerty leading off the game, brought that first at bat of the game, rolling at first to get a leadoff hit. And the Rangers get the bases loaded with one out. Haggerty scores on a wild pitch, and you're thinking, okay, here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. 21 pitch inning in the first inning for Valdez, but then he settled down big time. And I mean, he is pitching in a contract year, and he, to his credit, you got to tip your cap. I mean, he pitched really, really well. The Astros got one back in the bottom of the first. Jose Altuve with the 2-out solo shot off of Jacob deGrom, who had never pitched in Houston before until tonight, his first start, which is weird when you think about it in his career. And then we had just a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel for a while between deGrom and Valdez until Yainer Diaz drilled the second solo home run off of deGrom. That was in the bottom of the fourth. Astros go up 2-1. And then in the bottom of the seventh, here we go. We're talking about issues now. Jackson Webb, 2-out solo home run to Mauricio Dubon, 3-1 Astros. And you thought, okay, that's it. That's a wrap. And you know what? For most of the season, that would have been it. But the new resilient Rally Rangers Marcus Semien, big solo home run in the 8th, and then Kyle Higashioka with the clutch home run in the 9th to tie the game at 3 off of Josh Hader. I remember during the first series, I made the comment, I was hoping that the Rangers would have tied the game, one of their losses against Hader, because he gives up home runs. And some Astros troll got on and said, oh, no, Hader never gives up home runs. Actually, he does. And so, and we saw it again tonight. And so you're thinking, okay, I mean, you come back like that, right? You got to win the game. And then not only that, the Rangers take the lead in the 11th, only to give it right back up and lose the game in the bottom of the 11th. Just a brutal loss. No way to spin it. And look, I said, I mean, I hate to be redundant. I said multiple times, this once a week, Robert Garcia is not the same Robert Garcia from earlier in the season. But even Garcia aside, I said now consistently, I love Hobie Milner. He has been arguably, quietly the MVP of the bullpen, but he is not the guy you bring in with runners on base anymore. I mean, that worked early in the season when hitters were still kind of getting adjusted, but now his stuff, he just doesn't throw hard enough, and guys can make contact, and he is not the guy you bring in that situation. We've already seen it twice already, 3 times now on this road trip. I don't know why, Sean Armstrong has been throwing to me the best. I don't know why you don't bring him in there in the 11th. And if you're going to bring Garcia back out, then just you go with him, and you don't let him finish, and then you bring in Hobie Milner, and it's just the whole thing is just a mess. And we've talked about it. Luke Jackson Webb, they've been struggling, and this team is just now, after waiting all this time for the offense to come around, now we're seeing the bullpen starting to crack. So it's just a really just a tough loss tonight. No way to spin it. You come back the way that you do and then take the lead. I mean, you've got to win that game. I mean, it's just a huge loss. And I don't know. I hope, I hope this team can recover. I hope this will make them stronger. But man, that's a really tough loss. All right, well, we're going to take our time out. When we come back, want to hear from you via the Rangers comment crew. This is the Rangers Postcast. Okay, well, we've been talking a lot about Supply House and everything that they are doing. And if you want to get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House, whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. So join the Trademaster program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, you can use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. And as you know, if you've ever decided at the last minute you want to head to a ball game with friends or family, maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands, that is exactly where GameTime comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to go with you. GameTime makes all of that possible. GameTime makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, easy for me to say. Create an account and use code Locked On College for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code Locked On College, LOCKEDONCOLLEGE for $20 off. Download the GameTime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, welcome back to the Rangers postcast. The Rangers fall to the Astros 5-4 in 11 inning. Very tough loss on the road tonight in Houston. All right, let's get to your comments. Alf leading us off. Alf still loves seeing Simming doing his thing. Win or lose, Peagle up. Yeah, thank you for that, Alf. Appreciate it. And yeah, you're right. Fromber does seem to pitch well against the Rangers for sure. Love Higgy. Yep. I mean, that was a big hit for him. Good to see. And yeah, you mentioned Ezekiel Duran. I feel bad for Duran. It's very difficult to play, once a week, once every 2 weeks. Tough. So, excuse me. Very tough. And I think, I said this the other night, and I believe it to be true. I think we might see a little shakeup going down during the All-Star break. We'll see what happens. But yeah, tough. That was a tough at bat, especially late in the game for Duran, who, was such a big contributor in 2023. And it's tough to see him. I know he's trying to do everything he can to help and contribute, but that's tough. Dave Myers didn't like the national broadcast. It's Joe Ever. How many extra inning games are we going to lose? Yeah, I know. That's just, again, you go up 4-3 on the road in the 11th. I mean, you've got to win that game. You've got to win that game. I don't mean to keep saying it over and over again, but I mean, you have to win that game. And I just, like I said, I don't know what was going on, what the thought process was. I mean, you keep Garcia out there, gives up a walk, you let him stay out there, gives up another walk, and then you bring in Hobie, who again is just not the guy you want with the bases loaded. I'm sorry. Noah Day says Robert Garcia blew it tonight, 3 straight walks. Are you kidding me? Make them earn it. Don't give it to them. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Soldier X says this is on Bochy. What was he thinking having Garcia pitch a second inning? He pitched last night, and also not bunting in the 10th inning, pinch hitting Berger. This team will never get back to 500. Yeah. It was interesting. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with Duran. He left him out there and had a really bad at bat. And I was wondering, okay, they had originally made it sound like Berger was going to be able to play. Remember, he had a quad issue and he came out of the game last night. So I thought, okay, they're shutting him down, or he would have come up to the plate there. But instead, he came up in that at bat. And you're right. He's just not. I know he believes he's going to do better in the second half, but man, they could really use. They just, yeah. I was thinking about that. I mean, you look at every game now. It's the 2 catchers are the DH, and no offense. I mean, great to see Higgy come through, but Jonah, is Jonah an everyday DH caliber hitter at this point. No, I don't think so. And so I think they need. That's what I said at the outset. I think this team needs a bat for sure. I know missing Jock Peterson. I think they were planning on him to be the everyday DH, and not having him has been big. But in the meantime, you got to adjust. And I think you look down the roster and you got a lot of guys. I mean, Garcia, and these guys they can hit. They're okay, but it's tough. There's just this team needs some help. No other way to spin it. Garcia gave Houston a gift tonight. Says Noah, Texas Hobby Bin was at the game. Yeah, it's tough. I know. Your first in-person game loss. I'm sorry about that. Man, that would have been a nice one to be at if they would have held on. Alf notes the Rangers are what now 4-5 in extras. That's not good. Noah Day says Bochy had to let Garcia close it. He is our closer. Have to go with him. Probably wanted to save Milner for tomorrow. Shirley, good evening. Very disappointing, but thank you for jumping in and being a part of the show. Thank you for that. Ragamuffinable says Rangers need a closer that throws strikes, period. And I feel like, honestly, I've said this now for a while. I think right now, today, Sean Armstrong has been the best arm in that bullpen. Now, if they went back to using Garcia like they did earlier in the year, who knows? I think working him more might be, maybe Bruce needs to bump him down and let him start pitching more, and maybe that'll get him going again. I don't know. Maybe he's just kind of hit his peak early in the season and, is not that guy. I don't know. Laura Berry says Berger might not be the best choice as a pinch hitter. At least it wasn't a walk-off walk again. Yeah. There's that. Right. I'm with you, Laura. Good point. James Eustace says Milner has been in some tough spots on this road trip. Yeah. And I'm not, James, I'm not trying to pick on the kid. I'm just saying he's a guy that, you want to come out, let him have a clean inning or somewhat. But I mean, to have him come in again with the bases loaded, this team and the way that they hit, got the number one fastball hitting team in baseball, and he just doesn't throw hard enough. And they jumped all over him. James also says, at least we made a game of it. Get the series tomorrow behind Evo. Yeah. I mean, that's what they got to do now. And, Jacob deGrom and Fromber, I mean, they went toe to toe. You got to tip your cap. Fromber was a little bit better tonight than deGrom. I mean, we're splitting hairs. 10 strikeouts for Fromber. But, we talk about this all the time. I say this all the time. When you have guys like deGrom and Nathan Eovaldi, those guys, not only are they aces, but they're stoppers, and they know what they need to do. And Fromber tonight, I mean, he took the mound. The Astros, with a 4-game losing streak, he's their ace, and he stepped it up. Give him credit. He stepped it up and he stopped it. And even though the Rangers came back, they got the win. So tomorrow, it's up to Nathan Eovaldi to step up, be the stopper, win the game, and win the series heading into the All-Star break. Soldier X says also doesn't help when they had multiple runners on second and no outs and can't even score. Yeah, I think they need to get back to doing more of the small ball. I'm totally with you. I mean, you got to get that runner, got to get those runners over. It's just swinging and missing or, bad ground outs. I mean, if you can't hit a fly ball or hit a ground ball to the right side, then try do something. It's just not working for sure. The championship games says this loss is 100% on Boch. Garcia absolutely sucks in close games. It's a miracle he got out of the 10th, and then to start Duran, much less leave him in late. Meanwhile, Carter and Osuna were available. I think Carter was they already used Carter, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. I thought they had already used Carter at one point to pinch hit. They did. But yeah, no, and they brought in. I think did they bring Garcia in to play defense? I don't know. You're right though. I'm not disagreeing with you. Duran is, he's trying and he's struggling for sure. Isaac Carlin says, glad I missed this one. I was away and was unable to watch it, but did follow. Batter Garcia clutch, pitcher Garcia not so clutch. They will win tomorrow because they will still be below 500. This team is allergic to 500. Must be a mentality thing. They go wrong in the head when they think about the fact that they could get to 500 if they win. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I can't say it enough. I just feel like that's a game. You gotta win that game. You just gotta win that game. Period. Geo777 says this game defines the Rangers season. Not good with runners in scoring position. Strikes out too much. Rangers come back to tie the game. Rangers have a lead, and then the bullpen blows it. Yeah, well said. Sad ending, says Isaac. Championship games, I'm just in shock right now. Astros have to bring in a pinch hitter to hit. He's trying to bunt. Garcia walks him 4 straight pitches. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Keith is out fishing. Been saying Robert Garcia ain't it. Ragamuffin says the championship. It amazes me that I see that. Okay. Couple more here, and then I got to wrap this up. I'm sorry. Dallas says Adolis is a clown who needs to learn how to act like he's been on the big stage before. Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure that celebration fired up the Astros a little bit for sure. Paul Wilson says, what about not challenging Altuve from the outfield in the top of the 6th? Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was still pretty shallow. I thought he probably would have been out, but I know what Eric was saying, Eric Karros, during the broadcast. I think maybe Beasley was a little gun shy because Jonah Heim got thrown out last night trying to stretch a double going to third. But yeah, it's when you lose like this and you blow the game, a lot of things that was a tough play for sure. And they had other chances too. They had leadoff doubles, I think, in the 3rd as well. And then you come back and you tie it and you take the lead. You got to win the game. All right, guys. One more from Edward Heller. Yeah, I'm livid too with you. Yeah, I'm with you too. Thank you. Carnival God says they can't get the 500. John Crabtree, another loss because they have no closer. And all right. Hey, a lot of good stuff tonight. Lee says Heim has no business being in the Rangers lineup. And TLC 94LS says we had plenty of runners on to have one. Yeah, and look, you take the lead in the 11th inning. You got to win that game. All right, guys. Great comments. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in and sharing your comments. Thank you to everybody watching now live and everybody that will be listening. The good news is they get a chance to get right back at it tomorrow. with Nathan Eovaldi. Hopefully they can bounce back, get the win the series, and try to head into the All-Star break with some kind of a positive note, but a very interesting All-Star break, I think, for sure, for Chris Young and the front office. All right, that's going to do it tonight. We'll be back with you again tomorrow afternoon. Have a great Sunday morning. Tough one tonight, though. The Rangers fall to the Astros after blowing the lead 4-3 in the 11th. They lose 5-4, another walk-off loss on this road trip. This is the Rangers Postcast.